Hi guys, it is Brittany here and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be discussing speculation for Halloween Horror Nights Orlando, and I'm very excited because it is officially speculation season. So, let's get into it. So, I think this year, based on the last couple of years, we'll have 6 IPs, which are intellectual properties, or movies or shows as they come. For example, we've had Stranger Things, which was an IP. We've had Ghostbusters, which was fairly recently as an IP. I think the ratio this year, like the last 2 or 3 years, will be 6 IPs for originals. I know last year for the 30th anniversary they had, I believe, 5 and 5. But since this year is the 31st year, I think they'll have 6-4. The first house I think they will do, and I know the Horror Nights community is divided on this. I thought it was a great film, and it's actually one of my favorites by Rob Zombie, and that is Rob Zombie's 31. I honestly think with the success of 1,000 Corpses, or House of 1,000 Corpses, which was in the Men in Black tent, I think it would be a great house. I mean, the storyline for the actual movie is fantastic. It has a lot of great kills, very gory. I know that last few years we've had some pretty gory houses. One of those was Nightingale's, that was 2019. And I think the same year was Yeti as well. I also think this would be great because it is the 31st year and want to have a house that's called 31. The next house I think we will have, and I know we haven't had Halloween in a while, I think we will have a mashup of Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends because the new movie's coming out in October, and this is something they did with Saw, the games of Jigsaw, back in 2017 where they had a preview of Jigsaw, which was coming out at the time, at the very end of the maze, and that was actually one of my favorite houses that year. The next house I would love to see, and its 30th anniversary is coming up, and that is Candyman. I know with how successful the new one was, I'm not exactly sure if they do a mashup of both movies, but to be safe, I think they do just the 1992 film. The next house I think we will have is Scream, and I think they will represent all 5 movies. It was supposed to be a house back in 2015, but it got replaced by The Purge at the last minute. I think it was because of property rights, but we can't be so sure now. So the next one on my list, I think with how he was on the merchandise last year, I think we will have Chucky as a house, and I think it will be based on the show. I thought the first season was fantastic, and I'm looking forward to the new season, which is coming out later this year. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to seeing Chucky at the event again. It's been a long time. He was last year, I want to say, in 2018. That was a scare zone that was actually my favorite to hang out in the year he was there, and that was 20. Alright, so the last IP I think that we will have, because it's been at the event almost every year for the last 3 to 4 years, and that is Universal Monsters. For this, I'm not exactly sure what storyline they will follow. I know 2019 we just had Classic Monsters, and 2021 we had The Bride of Frankenstein. So this time I'm not exactly sure. But I would love to see the Universal Monsters again because that was actually one of my favorite houses at 2019 or 29. So for the originals, we had a Mardi Gras type scare zone back in, I want to say 2010, correct me if I'm wrong. But I would love to see something like that transform into a house and build upon that idea. I thought the scare zone, because I've seen videos from the 2010s event, I thought it was pretty cool. The next house I want to see, and I've been wanting to see this for a year or two now, and that is a Slaughter Cinema sequel. With all the movies that Universal has produced, I would love to see something along the lines of the original and basically see what they've created come to life, because that's what they did with Slaughter Cinema. The next house I do want to see, and I actually watched a walkthrough of this last year, and that is Wicked Growth. I do think they can do something more with the lore of the Pumpkin King, but we will see. I thought it was a very interesting concept of what they had thought of for Wicked Growth. The last original I would love to see, and this is something I've been wanting to see for quite a while, and that is a Scarecrow the Reaping sequel. This was the house that actually scared the hell out of me when I went back in 2017. It was claustrophobic, it was dark, it was scary, and I would love to see something along the lines of that again, because I feel like they've lost their touch on houses like that. So for the shows, I do believe that we will see Marathon of Mayhem again with all the success from the last two events. But the other show, I'm not exactly sure. So for me, that second show is a wild card. Alright guys, so that is my speculation on Halloween Horror Nights Orlando for this upcoming year. I am very excited, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they bring to the table this year. It sucked that I wasn't able to make it last year, but that was due to COVID and wanting to be safe. But I am definitely planning on going this year. It's gonna be my 5th year, hopefully. So, yeah. Anyways, I will see you guys soon and in the fog. Bye, guys.